Well, I thought as a close, I would ask you some trivia questions to test your trivia skills, and so I've come up with.
I gotta go.
Yeah, no. We gotta do this. You'll get me back someday.
Narwhog!
So I think we'll start off with a question that I certainly wouldn't have gotten. What is the derivative of x squared?
2x.
Very good.
2x.
That's a math question.
That's one in a row.
All right, one. And number two. This classic work of French literature critiques the philosophy of optimism, a popularized cosmology drawn from the theories of Wilhelm von Leibniz.
Well, I know Leibniz.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the inventors of calculus, or founders of calculus. We could argue theory of knowledge, whether it was invented or discovered.
Mm-hmm.
But the literature part is what's going to throw me off. And I'm going to go just because I'm pretty sure that this is something you teach every year.
It is.
And I know it's not the Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not monkey because that's obviously Japanese.
Chinese.
Asian.
Right.
So I'm going to go with possession.
No, that's English. British.
See the Brits and the Germans, Leibniz and Newton fighting.
It was
again.
French.
French.
The work is by Voltaire.
Yes, I remember that name. And it's hold on. I'm probably not going to know. Tell me.
Candide.
Candide, yes.
It was a good try. It was a noble attempt.
Sorry to
Noble
disappoint
attempt.
all you watching out there.
Mm-hmm. That's right. All right, question number 3. Are you ready?
I got one right.
That's right. One so far. Now we're moving into art. This famous painting by Edvard Munch, I don't know how to pronounce that, I think that's right, was stolen from the Munch Museum in 2004.
Well, we're going to narrow it down. It's not the Mona Lisa.
No.
Because that is in the Louvre.
Mm-hmm. Also not Munch.
And, right. That is very true.
Now we're
So we've eliminated one possible
one painting
answer.
of all the paintings in the
All
world.
the paintings in the world. American Gothic. And I know that's nowhere close to right.
No, I'm sorry.
What's
I'm sorry.
the answer?
It is The Scream.
The
Scream.
I know the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That was my next guess.
Next guess. It was on the tip.
Always the next guess.
Number four.
Number 4?
This one's for
No, number 3.
yeah. We're
Oh, we're going out of.
math.
We had one,
literature.
2. Oh,
art.
yeah. Fourth question.
Number 4. This one's for Mr. Klaus.
Oh God.
This famous textile fire in Manhattan on March 25th, 1911, heavily influenced modern fire code.
This fire?
This fire.
A hot one.
It was hot.
A very hot
A
fire.
lot of people died.
The hot one. That's my answer.
Do you want me to
hot
describe
fire.
the fire to you?
Sure.
Okay. According to Mr. Huffman, who I got all these details from,
y'all teaming up on
it
me.
was in the top of a building that produced some sort of clothing.
Okay.
And they had chain locked the doors to keep the employees from slipping out to take breaks. Mm-hmm. So the employees had to stay in. Mm-hmm. They had a fire escape, but it was not maintained and rusted. And when people tried to escape down it during the fire, it broke and fell off. Mm-hmm. And so a very tragic fire. A lot of women in this industry, in this factory. And so a very tragic and one, I believe, the most devastating fire in Manhattan of all time so far.
The Great Textile Fire of 1911.
I think that is a better name than
Than the name.
Than the name.
Okay.
And that's what I suggested it should be.
Well,
The
great
name,
minds think alike.
Yes, the name is the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory Fire.
Thanks, Mr. Klaus.
The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory Fire.
We'll never forget that one.
I will. That's a really hard name to remember. It doesn't make any sense.
It's got a math word in it.
Yes, a triangle. Yes. But when is a shirt a shirt waist? And when is a shirt waist triangular? I have no idea.
That was
But they sure can burn.
Point to ponder.
They sure can burn.
They can burn. I can assume.
All right, we're moving into pop culture.
Pop culture, all right.
And film.
My worst category.
Oh, really?
In our trivia games in town.
My worst is in sports.
Yeah, right. See, we need to team up.
I didn't include a sports question for you. I should have put a hockey question on here. That would have been a freebie.
I do want to invite everyone on February 4th to come out to the 3rd annual IB Trivia Night
Oh, yes.
at Oakland High School.
That's right.
6 o'clock in the evening on a Wednesday.
That's right.
Cool. So, all right,
Very,
heading
very
into pop culture.
All right, pop culture and film. In the film Star Trek Into Darkness, Benedict Cumberbatch reprises the role of which classic Star Trek villain?
Well, it's not Sherlock Holmes.
No. He does play Sherlock Holmes, though,
He does.
in Sherlock.
Brooklyn Jones.
Quite excellently.
Yes. And Taylor Harrell just watched the whole 9 episodes
Oh, nice.
last weekend.
Very nice.
Villain.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
There are so many.
Well, I don't watch Star Trek. So my immediate thought was Captain Kirk, but he sure doesn't sound like he's the villain of Star Trek.
No, I don't think so.
And Spock would be my next thought, but I don't think he's a villain.
There was an evil Spock once in the alternate dimension, but he had a goatee.
Oh, well then.
The evil goateed Spock.
Right. So, I can't even think. Let me think. Was he Klingon Lord or something to that effect?
No, he's not Klingon.
Because I know that's a bad thing, but I don't know exactly why. They're on the starboard side or something like that. You know the song I'm talking about? You don't know that song?
No.
That's what comes in my head right now is all the lyrics to the song, the Star Trek song. Jim's a doctor or something.
Bones.
Oh,
Actually,
man.
Jim is Jim Kirk.
Oh,
That's what Bones, the
it's
doctor,
Life
calls
Jim.
Kirk.
Right. It's Life Jim, but not his Okay, so, but he would be one of the main characters in a movie.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He's one of the biggest villains ever. He shows up not only in the original series as a villain, but then he comes back in one of the original movies as a villain. In fact, the most famous of the old movies. And so when they revamped the series, they brought back one of the most famous villains with Benedict Cumberbatch. There's a famous line that is, the name is shouted. The most famous moment in the movie is when Captain Kirk shouts the name in anger.
Of this most recent movie, or
No.
any of the ones?
No, in the original.
original.
In the original film, and then in the most recent movie, they swap roles and Spock shouts the name. Yeah. To play with it. Mix some things up.
Man. I'm going to probably have heard the name when you tell me, but I'm going to have to tap out. I'm going to say Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. That's close. It's Khan.
Khan. Yes, the Wrath of Khan.
Yes, the Wrath of Khan is the film. Yep. So
not that I've ever seen a Star Trek episode. Or
we will have to have a marathon sometime.
Not so sure about
No, it's good stuff. Actually,
so says you.
Most of it's terrible, but the Wrath of Khan is really good.
Oh, gotcha.
Of them, the Wrath of Khan is pretty
Okay,
fun.
all right. So I got one right.
In a
If you're
campy
keeping
kind of
score.
way.
Got
One right. All right. So we are up to question number 6. This is the final question.
Oh.
This is your opportunity to pull up from 20% to what's
33%.
33%.
Was that my question?
To fall down
was that
to
was that
16?
16%.
I got 16%. All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So no, that wasn't your question.
Dang.
You already had your math question. That was free. This term, referring to a man-like creature created by medieval alchemy, is also used in psychology to discuss the visualization of a little man inside our heads controlling our actions. It's a little man.
I'm gonna know this too. I feel like it. Once I hear it, oh.
In medieval alchemy,
Medieval
they were made out of
alchemy.
like manure and blood and stuff like that, and then brought to life. In the comic books, Mike Mignola comic books of the BPRD, or Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense. One of the characters is one of these guys.
Mini person. I'm gonna say.
Also,
Okay.
one of these shows up in the second half of the book Faust,
Well, of
and
course.
travels with Faust and Mephistopheles to the classical Walpurgis Night in order to find a soul, because it's made out of.
Well, of course that must
Mud.
be Hamlet. Like that helped.
Yeah. It starts with the same letter as Hamlet.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know.
It is a homunculus.
Of course.
A homunculus. Plural, homunculi.
Homunculi.
You've got a bunch of little guys in your head.
I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah,
in
just-
my class
just-
one day. Homunculi. They're gonna look at me like,
Yeah.
what?
That's all the questions I had. I should have picked a sports question.
Yes.
I don't know.
Ask me who's won the most Stanley Cups of all time.
I don't even know what the Stanley Cup is. I presume it's a hockey thing.
It's the hockey championship.
Is the hockey championship for America?
Well, the
For
NHL, Canada.
America and Canada?
The North America.
Because we let
NHL team.
the Canadians like
Yeah, we'll let them participate.
NHL.
We don't give 'em-
National.
Hockey league.
Why
I
isn't
know.
it IHL?
Well, because you do
'Cause
have
we-
the KHL. You got that's the Continental Hockey League over in
The
Russia.
K. Oh, in Russia.
Because yeah, you were like, oh, you were really
like, wait a second, spelling here.
What? Yes, different alphabet. All right.
Okay.
That really frustrated you at first. That's awesome.
But they still say Continental Hockey League. They still call it.
It's the
hockey
KHL. I don't know.
or hockey
I don't
and-
know about the adjectives and
Okay.
like where they officially go in the name,
Gotcha.
but it is
Gotcha.
over here. They call it the KHL. I guess they call it the KHL over there too. That's the only thing I've ever
Mm-hmm.
heard it called. But there is the IIHF,
Mhm.
which is the International Ice Hockey Federation, which is kind of like FIFA.
Gotcha.
And so they do the Olympic tournaments, and every year they do a tournament.
Okay.
But NHL, National Hockey League, which is North American, basically.
Okay.
Well, no teams in Mexico yet.
Yeah.
But
That'd be kind of hard. Oh, I've got a sports question.
okay.
I got one.
All right.
All right. This past summer
Mhm.
was the World Cup.
Okay.
Who won the World Cup?
I know the answer to this.
All right.
The answer
Is
is Germany.
Germany. Very good. Very good.
I watched the World Cup.
Very good. You want another
I
question
know
about
who
the
they
World Cup?
played too. I think. Let me think. They did not play Brazil. And they-
Brazil got beat just a couple
Yeah,
games
they in
before.
the semis. They played in the fourth place.
After
game.
losing two players, one to a biting foul,
Yes, that's right.
and the other to a broken back.
That's right. That's right. And I want to say Spain. Spain was either who? I want to say. I'm thinking of the Final Four. I know it was Germany and Brazil. I want to say the other two were
Don't
Spain
cry
and
for me.
Argentina. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
The other one was not Spain. It
Was it
was
Portugal?
very different language than
All right,
Spanish.
hold on. Because Spain was favored, Portugal was favored. Was it? It wasn't the Netherlands, was it?
Yes, it was.
That's right.
Very good.
Yeah, I
Very
remember we were the Twitter talk about the French-speaking countries.
Yes. What was my other question? I had one more.
You gonna do the Stanley Cup?
Stanley
You
Cup.
gonna do that question?
I know you know the answer to the Stanley.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, who was it? Who has won the most
Yeah.
Stanley Cups?
You knew I knew the answer to actually.
Yes. Okay. Who has won the most Stanley Cups?
That would be the Montreal Canadiens with like 16 or 17, something like that.
Their name is the Canadiens.
Yes.
Cool. We are the
They're
Canadiens.
French Canada. So
Ah.
the Canadians.
Canadiens.
Yeah. We. But
Yeah. Cool.
all right.
Very good. Very good.
Not too good.
No, that's okay. Well, congratulations on your two.
Thank
Or
you.
what was it? Two or three?
Two or three. I got Germany.
Germany.
So three.
Germany.
So three.
Very good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No problem.